sipping codeine for breakfast.
Chase Archangelo. Is that how I say it?
It's Archangelo. But hey, that was literally the closest thing you've ever gotten. No, that's literally the closest that anyone ever gotten to it, though.
My bad, bro.
No, you're good, man.
How's it going, brother? Welcome to TOTL.
Thank you, man. I'm glad to be in here, man.
As it goes right now, you still undefeated?
I am still undefeated. Yes, sir. I am 2-0 in Ohio. We're looking for out-of-state fights right now because not a lot of people in Ohio want to go in the cage with me yet. But we're hoping. My coach, I believe in my coaching staff, my management, and stuff like that. But we're good. We're gonna be okay.
What gym you fighting out of?
So I fight out of Strong Style. I'm on the fight team there. It's out in Valley View. Shout out Strong Style. Yeah, a lot of big names are there. Stipe Miocic, if everyone doesn't know, he was a 6-time world champion in the UFC.
You know it.
Heavyweight. He was a very, very big name in Strong Style. There's another couple of big names, Jesse Murray, Alexa Chamor. He's also in the UFC, and Jesse Murray is also on his way up into the UFC. A lot of very good pro fighters in there, and a lot of good animal amateurs as well. But yeah, so that was there are a bunch of units in there, and we have a really good coaching staff too.
Hell yeah, man! Like I said, around my birthday is when I first actually got introduced to Strong Style through my guy Emil. Shout out to Emil and Chris. I work with those guys. But Dad brought me in, and they gave me that 7-day pass, and I've been hooked ever since. To be honest, I haven't been back for a while, but I'm gonna get back in there. I need that boxing and shit. But what's your name that you're gonna fight by? Where are you from? And have you ever been to where you want to spend the rest of your life?
So my name is Chase, the Archangel, Archangelo. That is my fight name. I am from the first state of Delaware. I moved here about 5 years ago. I had a Division I scholarship to Cleveland State University to wrestle. And I wanted to get the hell out of Delaware because not a lot of people leave that state. And no shade of Delaware, but Delaware is beautiful. I loved it there, and the wrestling was really awesome there back then. And then I wanted to, step out and see the world. And I came out to visit here in 2016, and I watched Stipe Miocic win his world title in Cleveland at Quicken Loans
we saw
Arena.
Yeah.
And I watched the weigh-ins, and I looked around. I saw the amount of support he had, and Cleveland's fans support system is unreal. No better city. I grew up 30 minutes out of Philadelphia, and Cleveland beats every single fan base.
No doubt.
I mean, no doubt. And I literally look around like, this is a small city, but this is such a big support system. I want that. And I want to be able to one day step into an octagon one day and be at Rocket Mortgage or a ring. Doesn't really matter if they want to do a money fight or anything like that, and shock the world and try to bring a belt home.
All right. Shout out to you, man.
Yeah.
What does a day in the life of the Archangel consist of?
So I get up in the morning. I have 4 jobs right now. I'm a very busy man. I like staying active. I don't like being lazy. I have 4 jobs. Yeah. So I bartend. I'm also a bouncer, and I also do construction during the day. I'm a roofer, demolition guy. So I get up usually I used to get up at 6 a.m. I run my 3-mile run, and then I shower, get ready for work at 8. Then I get out of work at around 4:30, and then I go to I get my hands taped up, go to practice with my team. I bring one of my teammates with me. We go to practice together, and then I'm in the gym for about 4.5 hours, 4.5, 5 hours easily. I get in at 5:30. I don't get out until 9:45, 10 o'clock.
What's your cardio looking like?
So I run every day. I do a lot of cardio. I'm very cardio based.
Yeah.
I also go in the weight room a lot. I do a lot of weight room lifting and stuff like that, but my focus is on being able to fight for, eventually one day 25 minutes in the cage. Right now it's 9 minutes, but when I wrestled in college, we have to our cardio had to be elite compared to others.
Yeah.
For
Because
sure.
a lot of the guys from around that way, like I said, I've been doing this. I've been into the fitness aspect of life for going on a decade, but I really went hardcore this year.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, and a lot of the guys were telling me because when I came in, I was at my heaviest this year, I was 240 pounds.
Wow.
Right? I'm 190 now.
You look great, man.
You're looking out. I appreciate
yeah,
it.
bro.
But a lot of the dudes was telling me to I'll go in the gym and I'll run 4 miles straight. You know what I'm saying?
It's the discipline, though.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for
They were
sure.
telling me to cut back on my cardio because I was gonna lose on some of those gains, but you know,
As long as you balance it, and like you have to being able to run. Running is great for me. I ran cross country and stuff. I never really touched the weight room until college. And then I found a balance between it because I'm wrestling 24, 25-year-old men at 19 back then. And, you know, I was like, and then I just exploded. I mean, I was recruited as a 149-pounder wrestling in college, and then I was a starter at 174. So I just got real big, and then, you know, I found a balance between, you know, having strength, endurance, and then muscle strength. Like, just going to the weight room, just being a gym head, but, like, versus me just doing, like, you know, like box jumps or like explosive work, a lot of explosive and resistance training, like rubber bands, and you know, we lifted some hard iron weights, you know, here and there, but it's a lot more of like plyometric and everything like that. Just having a balance, like not lifting too heavy, but not running too much. If that makes sense. It's really right in the middle.
Yeah, for sure. Well, tell us about your childhood, bro, since we on it.
So, growing up in the little first state of Delaware, my dad was he was county police officer for about 25 years. I grew up in a police house, Italian-Irish house. My mom was Irish, my dad's Italian, and my mom worked, you know, had a few jobs here and there, and my dad was full-time police officer. And my brother played college ball, and played D2 college ball at Shippensburg. We were just both always like very competitive, and he was the bigger brother, and so him and I used to fight a lot when we were kids. And he wrestled. My dad wrestled Division I as well. We had a lot of athletics in my background. Believe it or not, my mom's grandfather played for the Indians back in the day. He was a left-handed pitcher back in the 60s.
What's his name?
John O'Donohue. He was a left-handed pitcher. I don't know how long he was in Cleveland for, but so there's a little background on that. So I come up from a really athletic family.
Your mom from Cleveland then?
No, so he is from I think he's from the Delaware area, but he played baseball at Mizzou, Missouri, and then he got drafted in the MLB. I think he played for the Kansas City for a bit, and then he went to Cleveland, and he got traded around and stuff. But so I come from a real athletic family, and my brother and I, we were really we used to butt heads a lot when we were younger. He made me tough as nails. I wouldn't be who I am today if it wasn't for him. He's a very very hardworking man. Now he's a financial advisor now, and a very successful financial advisor out of Philadelphia. And him and I got this is my tattoos I have. I have a lion and a tiger. We used to play this game called Lion and Tiger where we used to just lock the door. My parents would be banging on the door, and we're just going at it. After we watched Rocky or something, my grandmother bought us boxing gloves, and we would just go at it. And then I would always lose, and the one time I get him, I would just kept going after him. But, you know, my brother and I were super close now, and I talk to him almost every day. And, you know, the main reason why I fight today is because of him and my dad and my mom. And I didn't really think I was going to fight until after I watched McGregor win the world title, and then Stipe won. And then I was like, yeah, this is what I want to do when I'm done all this. But I didn't really have that idea before, like, this time last year. I didn't really know what to do because I left the wrestling team due to an injury. But yeah, and also the pandemic is what tore us up too. But so that's pretty much it about that.
Well, tell me about your relationship status. You single? You found paradise?
I am single right now. I just would I love to settle down one day and, you know, have a family and stuff like that. Absolutely. But right now, I want to, you know, my goal is to make it to the UFC and, you know, shock the world and, you know, be the guy, you know. And right now, you know, having a girl right now is not in the cards. But if it happens, it happens. I mean, I'm not looking. It's when it looks for me, I guess. The goal comes to you when you're not looking.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, so
I agree. We can turn anything off right now. I agree.
Yeah, no, for sure. But I mean, I had a relationship not this about last year and a half ago. I mean, it was a really we're friends now, but you know, I was very rock bottom when we ended things, and I didn't really know what I wanted in my life, and you know, I was pretty rock bottom until one of my friends, my old roommates, my teammate, was like, dude, let's get you a fight. This time last year was actually this 1 year ago today. It was my first fight, and you know, I was sober for 6 months. I was cranked down, just training every day. I was in the gym about 5 hours a day, literally 7 days a week. Maybe took one day off or so, and then I fought a guy that was pretty well known in Ashtabula area. He's a really good friend of mine now. When we fought, he was a little older and he's an experienced boxer. And I just had wrestling. I didn't throw one punch my first fight until I took him down. Then I landed like 20 strikes on his head and then put him to sleep.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a big change. It was a big change for me.
Yeah.
But as a relationship thing right now, I mean, I will be. I mean, I kind of look here and there, but that's not my goal. My goal is to go big and make all the money I can while I'm young, because I'm not getting any older. But one day maybe raise a family. We'll see.
Yeah. Speaking on that, that's your only KO? Is that your craziest KO? You got any more KOs?
No. So my last fight was probably my my coolest one, I would say.
Tell us about it.
I mean, the first fight I had, guy was a very, very well-known striker, southpaw, and then this guy was from Texas. He was a really
big boy.
He's a big boy. He was a big boy, big Texas guy, and he was a jiu-jitsu guy. So he was a grappler. So that was the kind of style that a lot of wrestlers dwell on there. Because guys can put you in arm locks and rear naked chokes and stuff like that. Brazilian jiu-jitsu, yeah. Sure. It was Gracie Baja. It was
Oh yeah.
It's just different.
He was one of them?
He was bigger than me. He was bigger than me, but he was he was tough. I don't know what belt he was, but he took the fight. I mean, I've had 7 different opponents. My last fight I had multiple different opponents. My first fight had 9 different opponents. I mean, nobody really wants to fight a divisional wrestler. But when Mike Myers, or Justin Myers, excuse me, he took the fight, my second fight, and we went out, and he was really confident going in, and I just didn't really care who he was. I had my whole family there. My mom was on cage side. I always went get my mom before I looked her on the cage. I'd wink at my mom every time before I go to war, and my brother was there and his girlfriend was there. My whole family was there. My childhood friends were there. My dad was there and his wife was there. And I just said, well, I'm not losing to this sumbitch. So
a lot of them BJJ practitioners, they be confident
going against wrestlers because we're so forceful and wrestling is a very offensive style of fighting. And jiu-jitsu is more defensive and counters.
Yeah.
And that's what I was worried about, but to get on the ground with him. But I was like, well, I'm going to make sure I clip him so hard he's not even going to be able to throw anything on me. Excuse me. So what I did was all I remember is I knew his game plan right out the gate. He started to kick my legs, and I was like, well, that's not going to work on me. Yeah. So then I came in, I threw a right hand, and he started stumbling, and I took him down, and then I landed like 15 on his face, and then he tried to get up, and I threw him on his head. And then he tried to scurry away, and then I came on. I just landed another 15 strikes on his head, and I thought he was gonna stop the ref was gonna stop the fight then. And then he tried to crawl away, and I took his back, and then I just started landing punches on him until the ref pulled me off him. I don't stop hitting him until the ref grabs me.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I don't hear if I hear stop. I hit him till somebody pulls me off him.
So he ain't get a chance to try to roll.
He didn't land. No one. I haven't been punched once in my last 2 fights. Right. Nobody's landed a punch on me yet. But I mean, I just don't let them. I make sure they don't have time to. But I'm like, well, you're not gonna last the first round with me. So that's my goal. I mean, that was the longest fight you've had. I'm like 2 minutes and 44 seconds.
Shout out to that, bro.
Shout out that.
Shout out to that. You might want to have to get one of them Gracie kids in here, man. I'm not even gonna
No, for sure. I mean, my jiu-jitsu was one of my weaker spots, because I'm always so used to just taking people down and then keeping them there and then striking instead of, focusing on my position and stuff like that. I have a lot of good Gracie guys in there. So
right.
I have one of the best jiu-jitsu guys in the world. Coach Pablo, you probably know, he's a black belt in there.
Yes, sir.
And Marcus is also a very good MMA grappling, hard gritty guy too. So.
All right. When's the last time you checked your social media, and what are the tags people can find you at?
I actually was just on it not too long ago. I just posted a picture. It was actually your brother's. He actually came to one of our gyms, And went to my practice the other week and took pictures, and they were all absolutely incredible.
Yeah.
My Instagram Arch170. I just changed it to my weight class. I'm going to cut down to because I fought at 185 my last 2 fights, but I'm going to make the cut to 170.
Sweet.
And it's going to be like a 26-pound drop. But I mean, I drop heads on. I mean, I drop people at 185. I'm going to bury people at 170.
How tall are you?
I'm 6 foot.
Oh, 6 foot. I mean,
so I mean, George St. Pierre is about my height.
Yeah.
I mean, he's one of my favorite fighters. I love him. I love the guy. I mean, I
respect GSP for a long time.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie to you.
Yeah.
It took me a minute because of me coming up. I've been a UFC head since the 90s, bro.
For sure.
I'm only 29, but
I mean, Mark Coleman actually comes up to my gym too, and he's a really guy's a legend, and you know he's a really good supporter for Strong Style, and a lot of his guys from Immortal Combat down in Columbus come up here a lot.
Shout out to
my boy Miles and AJ Dobson. He's also in the UFC. He's got a fight. I believe he's fighting the November card when Adesanya is fighting Piera.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited about seeing him do that. And yeah, Immortal and Strong Style have a really good bond, and Westside Barbell too. And there's just a whole big family there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, my social media, I go on there a lot. I like to post a lot of things just to get my name out there.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to like expand my brand, and I just got new fight gear and stuff. Gorilla Sportswear. Good friend of mine, Kobe Fair's dad. He actually has the clothing brand. I talked to him. He's like, hey man, let's make you some gear, man. Let's get your name out there more. And
shout out to that, bro. Damn.
Yeah, man. It's a good support
quality
system that I have. Oh, it's awesome. It's really good stuff, man. Like my first shirt I had for my second fight, it was like a '90s theme like shirt. It had like a face, like my picture on it, and like it's pretty cool. I'll have to show it to you.
Yeah.
And but now this gear is like it's like elite gear. Like it's a brand now. The Archangel's a brand now, and I want to continue to keep that brand until I make it and stuff like that, and until like I get that contract, and just being able to get my name out there more.
For sure. Bro, sprinkle us some of that shit. We
Got
rock
to.
that shit.
Got
Trust me,
to.
sprinkle us some of that shit. We support that shit right here, right
sure.
now.
If I eat, my family eats. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Like,
We trying to go see you on that
I mean,
next fight,
I want it to happen so bad. It just got to happen quick. You know what I mean? I just want it to happen so fast. But my coach always told me was like, it's gonna be hard to find you fights because just how much of an animal you are. But at the same time, you gotta know like you have a lot of people that believe in you, and you gotta just trust that process.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, that's the best thing about it.
So let me ask you: do you work harder or play harder? Yeah, I think that's a stupid question, but it's really not.
Listen, there is a difference, though. There is a difference because a lot of people like everybody's a gangster until they get punched in the face.
Mike Tyson.
You know what I mean? Like that's what Mike Tyson said. Like, and I love to live by that because I know a lot of guys that try to get in the fight game and talk, all bark, no bite.
Mm-hmm.
And like I known guys that come in, and I was that guy. I used to when I first came to the gym, and I was like, I'm a Division I wrestler. No one's gonna touch me. And then I had, Alexa Chamor, UFC guy. He kicked the living shit out of me. Stipe kicked the shit out of me. Jesse kicked the shit out of me. And a lot of ammo guys that didn't have as much, didn't have wrestling. I just tried to take them down, and they put me in arm locks. I mean, I worked my ass off for sure because I want to make sure that, I have to be different. Like I rather go run outside in 18-degree weather with no shirt on than run inside. Because everyone's like, well, would you rather run inside? They're like, yeah. I'm like, well, then because everyone else is doing that. You got to be different, and I like being different, and different scares people, and that's what I like to do. And, working hard more. Do I play hard? Absolutely. I mean, I go out, I party and stuff, and I party when the time's right, and I have cracked down on it more now, but, I mean, I like to have fun. I like to get my name out there and social network and saying this is what I do and that's what I love doing, and have people just get behind the Archangel train, and like because if I eat, my family eats, and then when my success becomes their success, and and like I want everybody just to explode. I want to explode one day.
I think that's working out well for you because Juice Metro, what's that guy's real name? Amir. He just I just posted you. He commented, my
Absolute
boy.
dog.
You out there right now, bro. I just met bro, but my brother Johnny right
Amir's
here.
a dog, man. I like him a lot.
Yeah, that's his people. So shout out to that boy. He just seen it. Actually, a lot of people have liked it so far.
For sure.
And I've posted it like since when you got here, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I think you're really doing that right now, bro. So shout out to you. Keep that going.
For sure.
What's your dream fight?
That's such a tough one.
Dream, I mean.
Dream fight, like
fighting now or
boxing, anything
period.
like that.
Retired or not?
So I got a few of them. So I mean, obviously, I would love to step in the cage with my icon. It's Conor McGregor. That's what everyone would say, but like, I mean, I watched him in the basement when I was younger, him knocking out Aldo, and I was like, that looks so awesome. He knows how to talk his shit and back it up and have that confidence. Because when I was younger, I didn't have confidence. I was just a wrestler, got the job done, left. I mean, I was a quiet kid, and then Conor just kind of gave me that personality. And but I would have to say, like, with that, I would love to fight Jake Paul too. Just, I mean. This guy's been fighting guys that are just out of his age, but I'm not throwing shade on him because he is from Cleveland. He is making more money than anybody else, Yeah. And but I would love to fight him at Rocket Mortgage when they battle at Cleveland or some shit like that. That'd be dope one day. But if I had to say the one guy I would without doubt, without hesitation, fight would probably be probably Khabib Nurmagomedov because he's undefeated. And I like to be the guy of like, you know what. I want to just be that one guy just to shock the world. Like I want to be the guy that shocked the world. Like a kid from first day of Delaware moves to Cleveland, and then just knocks the number one man in the world. Like that would be my dream fight. That or whoever's holding the belt at 170. Because that's gonna be mine in a few years.
Preferably they gotta be undefeated though.
Preferably they gotta be this. Like Kamaru Usman, he just got shocked. The world got just their jaw dropped.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to be the guy, just, not get my ass beat, but, being able to just shock the world. I mean, I want to just get my name out there and, So those are my three guys would be McGregor, Nurmagomedov, or anybody at 70, or Jake Paul, probably. Because everybody's telling me, the guys that don't really know the fight game, you should fight Jake Paul. I'm like, I'm still amateur. I mean, he's got bigger fish to fry right now. But if I get that UFC contract, start dropping people like flies, it'll come around as attention.
Fashionably too.
For sure.
I think
And I think it'd be a good little venue. I mean, if he gives me one fight, I'll never have to work again. So
yeah, for sure.
I was gonna say that. That'd be nice.
I was like, you only need that
shit for the money. You know what I mean?
Like, win, lose, or draw, you good.
Sure. I'd be okay with it.
Those contracts that they getting is like,
yeah, for sure.
I'm telling you, like that shit is ridiculous.
And people watch it. So.
Yeah, for sure.
He's an entertainer, and I give him that for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, tell me one of your greatest flaws.
Ooh, my greatest flaw right now is more of my. Honestly.
Take your time.
That's a good question. I think it's more of controlling the social life, and fighting, like not getting like over my head, like. I always gas myself up tremendously, but you have to. But I don't want to be able to, fulfill my dream, and then if I don't do it, then everyone I just think of what other people think. But sometimes I used to just like not care what people think, but now I'm getting more socially recognized. I for some reason think like opinions matter, but to me it doesn't mean shit to me anymore. But I do have flaws. I mean, there's too many to count, but like, because I'm not perfect, but I try to wake up every day and like, make the day as best as possible. Because, I'm not getting any younger and we're not here long, and that's just the way it is. So
I always get unique answers to that question.
It's tough. It's a tough answer because a lot of people don't know how to answer that. And,
bro, a lot of people don't even fucking answer it. They tell me, I had a guy on here, or two actually, who came on here and told me good things about themselves instead of the flaws. I'm like,
right. Yeah, I don't have like it used to be a confidence thing for me. And like I was a quiet kid and didn't really know how to talk to people, and then I have flaws. I still have communication problems sometimes. Like I just don't know how to talk to people sometimes here and there. But like when I'm in the moment, stuff like that. But
could have fooled me, bro. You doing this well on the niggas. Yeah, it's a pretty good interview.
Yeah, we're trying. We're getting there.
Yeah, you should.
But I think a lot of people. I mean, everyone thinks that fighters aren't nervous and stuff like that. And people, like, I get nervous. I get anxious over nervous. Like, if people tell you that they're not nervous for a fight, they're not good fighters.
Yeah.
They're not good competitors. They're not good people. They're not good performers. Because I was scared shitless in my first fight.
Yeah.
I mean, this guy was 35 years old. Guy's been around, He's fought people. You know, it was his MMA debut, but I know he's had fighting background. Yeah. I'm like, dude, I haven't thrown one punch. I've only been boxing for 2 months. I didn't even know how to work the speed bag last year. And now, like, you know, and then as soon as I stepped in, it goes away. And if people tell you that they're not scared, they're not afraid, they're not nervous. You could be nervous. You're not really scared, like, because you're making the walk. You know, it's hard to make the walk and step in the cage. Either you knock someone out in front of thousands, or you get knocked out in front of thousands. It's a humbling sport, and that's what a lot of people don't really realize.
I knew that was true when Mike Tyson told us.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, Tyson.
He was one of the baddest at it, though. He'll.
If I get knocked out by Mike Tyson, I wouldn't really have a problem with it. It'd be the best sleep of my life. Not gonna lie.
No.
You get hit by a train, you won't even feel it. But I mean, you feel it in the morning. But you know, I mean.
Good on you, man. Yeah. All right. Who are some of your biggest inspirations that you came up watching that helped mold you into who you are now? That was a fucking long.
So when I was younger, when I started wrestling at 4 years old, my dad wrestled Division I, like I said before, and you know, he always drilled in my head that, you know, to keep working hard because it's not guaranteed, you know, and I think that in general, it's the more he wanted me to work hard and, you know, win nationals and go to college, wrestle D1. I mean, he drilled that in my head since day one. But I mean, because he won states he won state title, and like I felt like I was obligated to win more. And I won 3 state titles, and I was All-American in high school, and I was more inspired just by the way he was a cop for 25 years, and also like I didn't really have like a big like iconic celebrity like person to like motivate me. Like it was just more of like, because Delaware's such a small state, and you don't really have a lot of people who get out of there, you know. But I mean, I was more inspired just with myself. I was watching Rocky movies, and I was, you know,
really
I was just watching Rocky movies and like watching a lot of motivational movies, and like I didn't really have a living icon.
Yeah. Until
I got older, and I started watching Conor and McGregor and Stipe and fighters like that, and you know, Floyd, Muhammad Ali, obviously, and I mean, I didn't really get into the fight game until I got like, you know, in my teen, like 12 or 13 years old.
That's a good age.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I was more inspired with myself. I was self-inspired, like, because I wanted to be different, you know, because I had a lot of, when I was younger, I got picked on a lot. I didn't hit 100 pounds till high school.
Really?
I was 106 pounds my freshman year of high school.
Yeah.
I mean, because because where I'm from, like Northern Delaware, wrestling's not that good, and a lot of kids don't understand. I was picked on for wrestling and stuff, and then I went to a high school down in Southern Delaware, like Central Delaware, called Smyrna High School. Yeah. They were like #1 in the state every year. They're absolute dogs, and I had really good teammates. And I just like, and I kind of like pulled a LeBron low key because I was supposed to go to Middletown, but then I went to Smyrna instead, the better team, and. Yeah, Middletown didn't like that, but then I went out there and I lost. I was a 4-time finalist, and then you guys couldn't imagine how you guys feel.
Bro, what?
Yeah, I mean,
we ain't gonna talk about it on camera.
I went, oh, they're not gonna like this.
We're not even gonna talk about that shit on camera, bro.
We gotta cut that shit off.
Yeah, I can't even speak on
sure.
it. Born and raised here, bro, dog. That was like,
that was hard. That must have been hard.
It was surreal, bro.
Yeah, so it was just like kind of like that, and I just was self-motivated because I've always wrote down the kids that told me that I wouldn't ever win a state title. I've had teachers tell me I wouldn't even make it to college.
That's it right there.
I've had teachers tell me that I wouldn't even make it Division I. I mean, I'm too small, and like I had all that. I was more self-motivated than anything, you know. And my dad and my mom were very supportive. My brother was like, dude, you can just do whatever the fuck you want. You just gotta fucking just work and get up and train while like everyone else is sleeping. Like I used to get up at 5 a.m. and run just to do it, and it would be 15 degrees out. I wouldn't care. Because everyone else wants to get up at 5 in the morning and go run in the gym or something. Go run where it's comfortable. Like, I like being uncomfortable because that's how you learn. Like, because life is uncomfortable in general. Because you got to get used to that. You can't be comfortable. Comfortable is temporary. Being uncomfortable is temporary too. So that's how I always thought, like throughout my life.
Shout out to the big brothers, dog, because that's how it happened with me. My brother told me one thing, and I think I ran with it to this very day.
No, absolutely.
You know.
Yeah.
How many years older is your
He's
brother?
he's 20 months older than me, so
Oh,
he's
just
not
20.
that he's not that old, much older than me, but
Okay.
he brought a really big inspiration in my life. I mean, he's one of the most successful financial advisors in Philadelphia, on the East Coast probably, and he's more of a like he's just a big role model to me. My dad's a role model. My mom's also a role model to me too, and like my whole family is in general. But because I just want to be able to make sure one day I buy my mom a house, and whoever's gonna be my wife one day have a car for every week, and like, and obviously have my brother take care of me too, like help him, finance my money and stuff like that.
Yeah,
so I eat, my family eats, but
that's
been my dream. That's all I want. I want to just make sure that my mom keeps, gets any house she wants, any car she wants, Just want my mom to take care of it, and my dad too, obviously, but, go from there.
Word up. Give me a quote that changed your life.
Oh, that's a tough one.
That's why I sit here.
I always remember by Conor McGregor's. His was, "I am not talented. I do not believe in talent. I believe in hard work."
That's all I tell niggas.
Yeah, exactly. That's my go-to.
Fuck that talent shit.
Right. Not talented. Everybody, like, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard.
I'm telling you.
Like, that's Conor's, like, because that is literally my go-to. Like, because I've beaten kids that were a lot better than me. And when I was in high school, I had the number 10th kid in the country, and I knew this kid was 10 times better than me. And it was the blood round at nationals, my senior nationals, and we had 115 kids in my bracket. It was the blood round. If I lose, I'm not All-American. If I win, I'm All-American. The guy beat me before at one of the other national tournaments, and I pinned him. And I just threw him on his back, pinned him, crowd went nuts. And I was literally just working my ass off. I used to have names of kids who beat me, and then I would literally just read that paper every fucking day and go for my runs. After I beat him, I crossed his name off. It's literally a fucking wanted list.
Crazy.
And that's what I want. And I have that for fighting now, one day. Like my dream fights, my soon-to-be fights. Like I have the guy, number one 170 pounder in Ohio. I want him. Number one guy in the world. I want him one day. Like whoever organization, whoever opponent I have, I'm gonna write his name on the wall, and then just keep crossing them off. I'm gonna just make sure I keep dropping them like flies. I don't really care, but because I love doing it. Cause if I get hit, I start smiling at people. It's weird. It's I've gotten crazier since been fighting, but I just love doing it, and that's exactly what I want to do is for my whole life. I'll do this to the day I die. I don't care.
I was supposed to have 2 questions for you. This is supposed to be the last one, but bro, I gotta ask him.
Let's hear it.
2 more, bro, because I gotta hear this one. Word of advice to navigate life's hard times from you specifically. I want to hear the answer to this one, and then I'm gonna ask my signature.
Okay.
Last question, folks.
So I would say, pain is only temporary. That's what I said before, and I would say that it gets better. I would say I'll be the regular person say, "Oh, it'll be okay." Sometimes it's not going to be okay, and you have to be ready for bad things to happen. So you got to enjoy every day while you have it, and enjoy the sunrise. Embrace the day, because if bad things are going to happen, people are going to die, and people close to you are going to die. My closest friend just passed away not too long ago, and I got this for him, and it was a really hard thing for me, and this is my boy. That was his name, Trezzy.
One of my nicknames.
Yeah, so he, I enjoy every day now. I get up every morning. I feel happy about myself, and and when bad things happen, I gotta be, you gotta be able to get ready for them, and fight through it, and it gets better. And you gotta talk to people too. You have to talk to people. Like, it's okay to not be okay, And I was at that state this time last year in March, and I got my help and stuff like that, and I found something that changed my life. And you gotta just stay distracted. You gotta keep busy, stay busy, and you gotta keep yourself okay. You gotta take care of yourself. So I would honestly, overall, just say pain's temporary, and you gotta just enjoy every day while you have it, for sure.
Respect it, bro.
Yep.
What's next for Chase the Archangel in his pursuit of happiness?
Honestly, I would literally just say I'm just going for a belt. I want a belt so damn bad, and I want to be able to bring something home and show it off because I'm an attention fucking junkie. So, I mean, if I get to flash a belt and stuff like that, that'd be pretty damn awesome. And my end goal is to be a world champ, and I got the best coaching staff in the world to do it. Because they've done it before. I know for a fact that if I stay with this crew, they're gonna have another world champion in that gym. But as of right now, I mean, we're not looking for a world title right now. We're looking for the Ohio belt or whatever belt I can grab, or not grab. I'll just take it. But my ending thing would just be like, that's what I want to do. I want to be a world champ, and I will be a world champ one day. I keep working my ass off and staying healthy and believe in my coaching staff, my manager, and I really think I'm going to go far in this sport. So.
Right up, brother.
Yep.
You get that Ohio belt, you got to come right back here and do another one.
Goddamn right, bring that shit back, for sure.
Thanks to motherfucking Archangel. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming out to TOTL today.
Hey, happy to be here, man. Thank you for having me, man.
One love.
All right, man.
That was sweet.